Hello, everybody. Welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. I believe this is episode 166, but I might be wrong, as I often am. Anyway, wanted to talk to you guys about something that came up into my little world, and I found quite interesting. It's a story about 9 years ago. It's a story of like heroism, cowardice, horror, and our failings of our legal system, including the police force. Uh, Interesting story. I'll tell you how I got there. As many of you know, I have been really into the New York Islanders hockey team because they're having a great run, and so I've been watching a little, and especially yesterday because it was stifling hot. It's hot again here today. It's already 85 degrees. It's not even 10 in the morning, which is very hot for Denver. But I spent a lot of time inside yesterday because I think it hit 100 yesterday, which is not usual for here, especially in June. A little scary. But rather than clang my usual global warming bells, what we have to do to combat it, I'm going to spare you that, but just let you know that I was inside all day, so I watched a little more YouTube than usual. Um, I went down some rabbit holes because of my fanboyishness with the New York Islanders. Ran into a fellow fan who was about my age, too, and pretty much a lot like me. Basically, a New York guy. I mean, I'm not a New York guy, but I could have been this guy if my parents had stayed in New York and I had stayed in New York. This guy reminds me a lot of myself, I think. Anyway, this guy, his name's Joseph Lozito. And back in 2012, he was going to work on the subway, like a lot of Queens people do when they go down into the city. And all of a sudden, this guy in the car, the operator's car, starts pounding on the window, claiming he's a cop, has a knife, and just all of a sudden goes, "You're gonna fucking die." Lozito went up to him because he said it was a cop, and then all of a sudden, this guy's like got a knife and just, "You're gonna die," and just starts fucking hacking at him. Story behind this guy. This guy's name was Maxime Gelman, and he was on a killing spree. The last 24 hours, he stabbed four people to death. I don't remember them all, but one was a girl that rebuffed his advances and then killed her mother and then killed a witness to that. And then before that, had killed somebody too. He'd also injured four people in the process. So, so the police were looking for him. And so Lozito ends up running into this guy, and this guy just starts trying to kill him too, right on the subway, right in front of witnesses. Lozito knew a little UFC and some light martial arts, and he's a big guy, so he went for a leg sweep and tried to tackle him, but the guy just started hacking at him. I mean, carved up his head, almost got him in the eye, got his hands. I mean, really fucked the guy up. But luckily, Lozito's a big guy and bigger than Maxime Gelman. Almost sounds like a UFC match, doesn't it? Yeah, I got Lozito versus Gelman tonight, but instead of in a cage, we're going to be on the New York subway, and one guy has a knife. So Lozito gets him down, gets the knife out of his hand. And the weird thing, I could actually see this happening on a New York subway because I've been on it. People just watched. Nobody helped. And the worst part is, two of those people that helped were NYPD officers that were following Gelman and were supposed to be apprehending him because he had already killed four people in the last 24 hours. So what they do, they watch this random citizen, this guy who's trying to do good. They watched him get knifed and battle this guy with a knife when he had no weapon, and take him down. He takes and so he's gushing blood. He could have died on that train. That's how. If you look this up, like I said, Joseph Lozito. His last name is Lozito. It's an amazing story. And the cop just kind of taps him on the shoulder, and goes, "Oh, we'll take over from here." And by the way, this is not a racial thing at all. We've seen a lot of bad stuff with cops the past year with Black Lives Matter. Both of these cops were black. One male, one female, black cops. Just watched. And this may have been racial. Who knows? Oh, let's let this white boy get cut up. I don't think that's what happened. I just think that this is the incompetency that is starting to rule our police forces. Okay, so what happens? Lozito gets a little help from a fellow passenger. This guy, he ended up calling him Napkin Man. This guy actually applied napkins to his head and helped him, not try not to bleed out. I don't even think the cops, from the stories I've seen, didn't even help him medically. They didn't do shit. They cuffed the guy after Lozito had done all the heavy work, and then got credit in the papers the next day too. It was unbelievable. I mean, Lozito got credit eventually, like he was the hero that took him down. But initially, the cops were like, yeah, we caught the guy, and everyone's like, yay for these two cops that caught the guy. It's like, you have guns. This man did not need to suffer the dozens of stitches, who knows how much PTSD this guy has been through in the past 9 years because he decided to do the right thing. I mean, in a way, he didn't have a choice. Guy came after him with a knife, and he just defended himself and took the guy down. Here's the problem. He sues because A, he wants his medical bills paid for, and B, here's what really happened. Here's the real problem with policing today. And this is a legal precedent that was actually set before Lozito decided to sue, because these cops did nothing. It has actually it's a legal precedent now that cops do not have the duty to protect you. Why do we have them? I got in this argument with my dad yesterday talking about this stuff. He's like, yeah, John, they don't have any legal duty to protect you. I go, then why do they have? Well, what if some prowler just came in through your window right now? Are you hearing yourself? Are you hearing? You're defending that the cops don't have a duty to protect me, yet you're saying, well, if you have that problem, you sure want the cops there. Why? They can't do anything. They don't do anything. What are you talking about, Dad? Any of you that can defend this argument, it's a pretty simple argument to tear down, right? If they don't have a duty to protect me, what the fuck are they here for? What are they here for? And by the way, I consider protection under the umbrella of upholding laws, common sense laws like thou shalt not kill and steal and stuff like that, right? We're not going to get into the itty bitty, laws that maybe have some wiggle room or some gray areas. You shouldn't kill people, and police should defend the innocent from getting killed by people. That's what they do, but they don't have to. It's a legal precedent. So I got into this argument with my father, and I did. I just said, he's like, well, don't you want them out there, upholding traffic laws? So, yeah, I do, but they don't have to. I have no sworn duty to protect me. What are they doing? They're just making revenue. That's all they're doing. And I can actually tell you a quick story of where I got hit by a car. This is in Cleveland back when Dante was born. This is 1998, maybe early 99. And there was a lot of construction on I-71, which is just south of Cleveland. It's one of the main roads there, the main highways there. It's an interstate. And there's construction, and I got in. It was me and my ex-wife Dylan and Dante, and he was a tiny baby. And I had to merge into this traffic, and this huge semi truck is going way too fast. It's because of the construction, the speed limit was 45. He's doing like 60, and I got to get in there because there's cars piling up behind me, and he just rides my ass for like a a mile, and then the traffic spreads out. There's still all kinds of construction on the side of us. He runs me off the fucking road. I'm not even exaggerating. I hit a guy because of him running me off the road. I break the dude's leg. He continues on. My car's all smashed up. We're in the construction area now. All these guys come running out like they were going to fucking pound my ass because they thought I just ran into one of their friends and broke his leg. I'm like, dude, did anyone not see the semi that ran me into your friend? And then 3 other guys go, oh yeah, it's totally not his fault. Some guy ran him off the road. I was like, thank you. Didn't feel like getting my ass kicked by a bunch of construction workers today. Police show up. I have witnesses, right? These guys that saw me get run off the road by this guy. Cop tells me, and I went after the truck driver. I was gonna be all manly and run over there, but the cops held me back. I was gonna kick the shit out of this fucking piece of shit because that's what he was. He's a fucking asshole, and he's trying to fucking hurt people in his big semi truck because he's got nothing else in his loser life. I go, what do we do next? I go, he's getting arrested, right? Because he just tried to kill me and my family. No, we didn't witness it. These guys did. They're writing out witness reports right now. Oh, we can't do anything about it. I didn't see it. These cops didn't see it. That's who really matters. And so I lost my faith that day. I'm not saying all cops are bad, and I'm not saying all cops are not helpful, but if you're not here to protect me, what the hell are you here for? There's the debate. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Check out Joseph Lozito's story because it's really crazy and unbelievable. Like I said, heroic, tragic, and frustrating all at the same time. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. See you next time.